Hello, and welcome to the 2022 naming of the Qualifier Slices. I'm your host, Matt Martins, joined with my co-host...
I'm Hunter Donaldson. Hey, everybody. What's up?
How are you? How are you doing today?
Do you want the real answer or do you want the fake answer?
I want a fake answer.
I'm doing great, Matt. I'm so happy.
We are here today to present... Oh my god.
Sorry.
Yeah, so we are doing a multi-draft for this year's tournament, but it is with our own custom slices and with also custom faction sets. There's an episode in the podcast feed all about the tournament structure that you should go check out, but this video is just to reveal the slices themselves. We'll also show the kind of the faction sets, but it's a lot of information, so like just go.
And honestly,
it's not.
You don't need to see the faction sets.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's just you can't prepare for 18 different faction sets to possibly come through. Like it's a dice roll. It's seemingly random to you, except for we wanted to control for some factors, and even then we broke a lot of our own rules. So whatever. Like it was just a fun experiment to try for the qualifiers, and we did it.
Dude, someday it's gonna be like one of those things that's really good in the tournament.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Right now it's just this new fun thing we're playing with. Okay.
Absolutely. So let's kick it off. Let's go around to some slices, and first up is this red one over here. I'm not revealing the name yet. We're getting a little look here.
Ooh, yeah.
You got Hope's End in a equidistant, so it's not necessarily yours. You only have 2 planets adjacent to home. So starting off, you can get $3 and a command counter, but that's kind of it unless you like are able to get gravity drive quickly. So it's a decent slice, but it's filled with a lot of hope, and so we've called it Hope.
Maybe not the best one to start with. Okay, name one.
Hey, we're just getting it out of the way because we had to, you know.
Yeah.
You hope to get Hope's End.
Hope.
You hope things get better for you. You're just hoping, man. You hope nobody comes through that gravity rift of yours. You hope you make it through that gravity rift of yours. There's a lot of hope in this slice. There's a lot of hanging on.
I didn't think of it like that. I was just imagining some some lady named Hope.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. I do think this is among the worst slices.
Oh yeah.
This is one of the worst ones.
That's why we named it Hope.
Yeah. So generally, a good faction will probably end up here and then be picking between like this and one other not great faction. On the flip side of that coin, we got the best slice for sure in this year's qualifying draft. You got Iron Emir, you got the Wriggles, you've got Evera on the way to Mechatol Rex, adjacent to Mecha. Hey everyone! Right now, I'll say it up off the top. Hey, don't let Empyrean be in this slice. You screwed up your draft if you let that happen. That would be very bad for you. But besides that, this one's the good one. Lots of influence, lots of everything. This is Mama's Drama.
Yeah, Mama's Drama. Coming at you. It has 6 planets in the slice.
Yeah.
Like, it's nuts.
It's way too many planets. It is a Sardak player's dream, especially if a equidistant planet ends up right here. You are surrounding that puppy, and they don't get to have that. That's yours if you're Sardak. So that's why this is Mama's Drama.
I suggested, Matt, just a little peek behind the curtain, Matt, that you might be interested in, because I know you're a big BTS guy.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
You're big on BTS. I was thinking about calling this one Bugtopia.
Yeah, that also would have been good, but I just shouted out a funny rhyme, and you let me have that one. So I thank you, Hunter.
I mean, I think you dunked that basketball, and there's nothing anybody could say about it, you know?
Let's head up to our next one, which is kind of in the middling territory, but it's got a lot of planets next door to home. Plenty of stuff. Lot to take. That's a lot to do round 1, right? Getting all 3 of these things next round 1. But
that's
if you do...
full plate right there.
Yeah, it is a full plate. And Cormund, in addition to everything else, and like maybe a shot at Mechatol, it feels like you're fitting too much on your plate, which is why this is the Golden Corral.
Oh, yeah. If you don't know what the Golden Corral is, which I'm realizing now, probably a lot of people don't. Golden Corral is it's like a chain of buffet restaurants.
Yeah.
I've been there for Thanksgiving one time.
Oh God.
Don't judge me, Matt. Don't push your class stuff on
That's
me.
not a class thing. That's just that is kind of a rough Thanksgiving. Is it good turkey at Golden Corral on Thanksgiving?
I just want to be straight with you. This is actually the worst corporation I think we've ever endorsed as a slice. I don't like the Golden Corral. I don't like their food, but it's a place where you can get a lot of food on your plate, okay, for a reasonable price. You can eat 5 or 6 plates of food. Is any of it good? No.
What was the slogan for it? I don't even remember. Doesn't matter.
Something.
Yeah, there's a handful of bad slogans for Golden Corral. Let's move on.
I think the slogan was America's biggest plate, y'all.
Slice number 4 is this little doozy over here with Primor. It is the only slice with a legendary embedded in the slice itself. You'll note that Hope's End was in an equidistant. This one, you actually get Primor, but boy howdy, you don't get much else round 1, huh? You get a command counter and 2 infantry and very few bucks. It is a rough going into round 2 unless you can fill out the whole slice, and then it's a pretty decent little numerical slice. It's a 4/6. You got the bad end of that alpha wormhole though, which means you need anti-mass, which is why you live in Massachusetts when you sit down at this little spot.
These are our best names we've ever had. I mean, let's be real. This is some of the best content we've ever provided for you.
You also take this slice if you just don't like Baltimore, you know? I'm Massachusetts. Okay. Oh dear, let's move on. Slice number 5 is up here. Boy, it's sitting pretty. There's a lot of money. There's a lot of cash. There's a lot of command counters. When you don't need command counters, you turn a Cohen J. O'Lear into even more cash. You go get Atlas for even more cash. This is a rich, comfy part of town. It's boring though, which is why this is Tom Hanks.
Yeah, rich, boring, talented,
comfortable.
Nothing offensive about him.
Yeah,
just kind of your standard fun, easy. Obviously this slice is kind of amazing, but
it's incredible. If you start
Tom Hanks is
he's
you
amazing.
Don't really think he's amazing until like you're there in the seat, and then you're like, oh yeah, he is amazing.
Right.
But it's like and then you walk out of the movie and you're like, hey, he's not amazing. Whatever.
If you're a faction that starts without anti-mass and you never get anti-mass, this might be Tom Hanks in the post. But beyond that, like, it's all pretty good stuff, you know? Not a pretty illustrious career. That's okay. The Post was a very bad movie about the Washington Post.
Oh, I see. Okay, I've never seen it.
That's
never
all
seen
right.
The flick.
Let's go to slice number 6. There's a lot of blue here. There's cultural planets aplenty. But this one is noteworthy because it has kind of the clearest shot to Mechatol Rex. You got 5 influence in Cusin-Raron, and then kind of a direct path of decent space dock planets on the way. So it's very realistic. This isn't numerically so good that like, oh, it's a first grab. It's like the person who gets this probably can get a hold of the number 1 or the number 2 speaker order position and this slice and almost guarantee themselves a Mechatol shot, which is why this is chili dogs on the beach, baby.
Is that why that it's chili dogs on the beach?
Sure.
Are those reasons you gave?
Is there any reason why this is called chili dogs on the beach?
I don't know. I just feel like it might have to do with a blue friend of mine who's pretty fast. But we kind of missed that part, huh? Anyways, the last slice. The pink slice. Let's talk about that one.
Up here, this is a rough one. This one numerically shakes out in a way that's kind of uncomfy. It's hard to get even a single command counter going into round 2. You got to like spend Arnor lore in a gross way, or have found a way to extend yourself to Chaosry Zanhacked. There's a lot of risk to this slice, but there's a decent amount of reward. This one is also our red-yellow slice, which is we have a running thing going with slices with a red skip and a yellow skip. Back in the pre-POK days, it was hard to get War Suns, and our tournaments tried to encourage War Suns by putting 2 skips in the slice, and we're continuing that today. This is the 4th time we've seen a red-yellow slice. Maybe we've seen more than that, but this is the 4th time we decided to name one, which is why this is Live Free or Gash Hard.
And Gash is a reference to the Gash lie.
To the Gash lie. The War Sun folk.
Yeah. So this is Live Free or Gash Hard. This is our 4th Gash lie slice. Obviously, Gash lie slices are kind of unnecessary because of AI development algorithm, but ignore that.
But hey, this goes even harder. You can definitely get your War Suns out incredibly quickly. Like now you don't even need to start with a yellow or a red. You get AI dev, and then you use both of these skips, which, hey, both of these skips are like usable skips, right? Aang is your best option for a red skip, and Kaldri is not a bad yellow skip. And you've got the Supernova next door. This is a Muat slice if ever there was one, except for, I would say, the lack of raw dollars in it. That's all.
That's funny. It's funny, Matt, that you analyzed this one, but you didn't really analyze a lot of the other ones.
We talked about a couple factions with others, but this is when it's a Gash slice, you talk about Muat. That's the rule.
I mean, you barely analyzed a lot of the other ones, Matt. I mean, you like hardly analyzed them all. A lot of them you just said the name, and then for some reason on the last one you decided to like completely analyze it. Pretty weird.
Do we want to present a huge chunk of text to the wonderful people joining us here today? Here's a wall of text. That's all of the factions. There you go. Boom. Drink that up. This will be posted on the Discord. This will be around. Screenshot it. Quick, get it in now. This is on YouTube. You can do whatever you want with it. This is every single set of factions. All 18 of them. It's in the rows, right? So your first one is Argent, Krius, Empyrean, Mahawk, Nazroka, Nomad, Titans, and Voolwraith. That will be one set, and you work your way down to see all 18 of them. And that's it. This is the look of your 2022 Tournament 4 qualifiers.